So the Crunchyroll Anime Awards are not allowing fall 2022 anime, which, okay, there's already some talk about it, and people are kind of like in the same mindset of me, because, I mean, as you can see these tweets, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards not including shows from the fall season, one of the most stupid decisions ever. Fall anime 2022 was excluded from the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for the sole reason that Bocchi Baraka and Chainsaw Man would have won nearly every award. Shaking my head, they were by far two of the best shows of the year. 100%. I watched a couple videos, and like Giguk said that, you know, he thinks it was kind of okay in a sense. I'm not really fully quoting him, but he was like, you know, it's kind of fair because, you know, they were scared of Bocchi. And I'm like, okay, I agree. They probably are scared of Bocchi, Bleach, and Chainsaw Man because they would just decimate every single poll, which... Okay, some people can take it as like, well, you know, we don't want to see, you know, just Bocchi and Chainsaw Man and Bleach on there and stuff. What about the other shows? But it's the Anime Awards for 2022. All of 2022. Who's to say, like, next year, we got so many banger anime in, like, winter and summer, so winter and summer aren't allowed to compete, you know? If they already do it for, like, this year, or technically last year, fall is not allowed to because it has too many good shows and, you know, too many people like these anime. You know, who's to say from continuing years, only, like, 1 season or 2 seasons allowed to be voted on. You know what I mean? Some of the best shows aired in fall. Exactly, dude. I think it's bullshit. I think Bocchi would have had a better chance at winning. I think Bocchi, okay, may not be like the most popular in the sense of like fan base, but it is a very, very strong knitted community. It's still dumb how they're excluding an entire season though, because they don't want certain anime to win, or it would be unfair for these other, you know, anime that came out that year because, you know, fall was just too good of a season. You know, I can kind of get it in a sense of like, you know, then no other anime would win, but I mean, if that's the case, that's the case because they all aired in 2022. They mad fall was peak? Exactly. Besides just Bocchi, Chainsaw Man and Bleach were not allowed to compete because they were in fall. It's just so stupid. Mob Season 3? Exactly. Like, let's look at that. What were not available to compete? Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, Mob Psycho, Bocchi the Peak. So many of these freaking anime are not allowed to compete. And even besides like the, you know, big ones and stuff that I personally like a lot, even besides the big dogs of that season weren't allowed to compete just because they were in fall 2022. And I think that's total BS. I don't know, it's pretty simple. Best of the year except the animes that were good, LOL. Exactly, the best of the year. But, you know, because fall is just too jam-packed with good shows, you know, they're not allowed to compete, you know, because everyone else would just be voting Chainsaw Man, Bleach, and Bocchi Baraka, essentially. I don't know if they're allowed in the next one. It is what it is. No, I'm pretty sure they're just not allowed at all. I mean, maybe it'll come out, you know, by the end of 2023, and it'll be like, oh yeah, you know what, 2022 fall season was excluded, but it'll be put with 2023 anime. Maybe, and if they do, fine, you know, whatever. Fall should have been allowed to compete in 2022, and the fact that they weren't allowed is because, 1, they're biased, and 2, they might be scared of Bocchi the Peak.